Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a very highly requested video. This is my updated perfume collection, and my most recent perfume video was my perfume declutter, where I had over 60 fragrances that I was decluttering. And right now, as it stands, I believe we're sitting at 50 fragrances, so we're still less than we were before, but I have purchased some since that video, so we do have some new fragrances to go over, and I wanted this video to be as helpful as possible. I'm not a fragrance expert by any means, but I have done a lot of research to help you guys make this video as helpful as possible. I will have timestamps in the video to direct you to different seasonal fragrances because I have decided to split this up into 4 seasons. So depending on what kind of scent you're looking for, I have them broken down that way. Also, what is day and night. So we're going to be starting off with spring first because spring daytime scents happen to be my favorite, and those are the ones right behind me right now. But I have the most. This is all spring right here. This is summer, fall, winter, so I have kind of similar amount of those. Springtime fragrances are really where my love is. I'll have all the notes listed on the screen for you guys. This is going to take me an eternity, but I really want you guys to see the breakdown of the notes. I'm going to say something small about each fragrance and try and move it along. I know this was a fairly long intro, but I kind of set up the video for my organization, my thought process behind this. So if you want to see all my fragrances in my collection, then let's jump ahead and go right into spring. Starting off with my first spring daytime scent. This is always what I gravitate towards as soon as spring hits, which it just did, so thought it was perfect timing for this video. And this is the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. I love this one because it is a rose floral, and those typically are my favorite types of floral. I know some people don't like rose, but if you are a fan of rose, I got you covered. I don't like rose scents that are super overpowering, like fresh cut roses. I do much prefer something that is cut with something sweet, so a floral that does have some sweet notes, fruits or berries, something in that to just kind of cut the scent of the rose, because I know it can be quite powerful for some people. So that's just kind of my preference in a floral. This I feel like a ton of people really like, and for good reason, so this is one of my favorites. Moving on to my YSL Mon Petit. I went through a phase where this was all I was wearing when I first was introduced to this scent. It is such a beautiful scent, definitely a spring day scent, though I typically wear this year round. It is a sweet fruity scent, so if you like more of a sweeter fruity vibe, this is definitely for you. So this has strong notes of strawberry and raspberry, I find, but it also has that patchouli in it, which I feel like really makes it more sophisticated. And I have this thing with patchouli that I don't like it to be super strong, but I do often like it in a fragrance just to make it not so sickeningly sweet. I feel like patchouli really goes well with those berry types of scents. So this is a top 5 fragrance for me. Gucci Bamboo, another spring daytime scent. I'm going to tell you when we switch to a different season, but all these are spring day. My dad actually purchased this for me, and it is a beautiful scent. I smell a lot of lily in it, which I feel like is one of the top notes of this. If you like Casablanca lily, then I think you'd really like this one. It does have some vanilla in it as well, but it is a white floral. And I think it's a really beautiful daytime scent that's not offensive. So you could wear this to an office or something like that. And I find this is a very appropriate daytime scent. Next we have Gucci Flora, and I love the packaging of this. This is just a plain floral scent, but there's nothing plain about it. It smells so sophisticated, and I don't know why I don't reach for this more. It's honestly so beautiful, so sophisticated. And I feel like a lot of people would really like this. If you like floral scents and haven't checked this one out, I would highly recommend. It smells like a boss to me. So if you want something that smells very sophisticated, like you're a boss, I definitely check out Gucci Flora. Another classic spring scent to me that is a floral is the Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, and I love this. I've been purchasing this one for years. It's a favorite of mine. This and my Dior Blooming Bouquet are top spring scents for me. They smell so incredible. And there's something super fresh about this one. If you like Versace Bright Crystal, I feel like you would really like this scent as well. And definitely another one I highly recommend. Obviously, I'm going to recommend all these because I have them. Next, we have the Stella McCartney Stella. And I have this actually in a spray in my purse. And before I discovered my current favorite rose fragrance, this was a top one for me. So this is a rose floral. It has rose, peony, and amber, the top things that I can smell in this. So if you like peony, I can definitely smell that mixed with the rose. And that's one of my favorite floral type scents. Those two mixed together just make this so beautiful. Next we have Jo Malone Red Roses Cologne, and the Jo Malone ones are perfect for mixing. All my rose scents, this is my least favorite because this smells like fresh picked roses, and if you like that, you'd really like this, but I use this specifically for mixing if something's a little too sweet. This one is fairly simple in terms of the notes that are in it, so I do like to use this for mixing when I just want to add a little bit of rose to whatever I'm wearing, but I don't wear this on its own because it's just too rose for me. Next we have the Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede Cologne. This is perfect mixer, or when I smell this, I think of wedding day. So if you're looking for a beautiful romantic scent for your wedding day, this is what I would recommend. I have two Chloe scents here. We have the original and the Roses de Chloe. Both of these are rose florals, so that is the main note you're gonna smell in them. And the Roses de Chloe is damask rose, and the regular Chloe is just rose. This has rose and peony, quite similar to Stella McCartney Stella, so if you like this one, then you probably would like both of these. This one smells expensive to me, sophisticated, and it's just one of those scents that I know if I just want to smell really good and put together, I will reach for the original Chloe. The Roses one I do like, but I still like the original better. This one has more of that fresh cut rose scent to it. That one, if you like the smell of fresh cut roses, as I said, just like the Jo Malone, definitely check that one out. Next we have the Giorgio Armani Sea Passion. And if you watch my perfume declutter, I think everyone pretty much was surprised that I passed on my Giorgio Armani Sea. And I like that fragrance a lot, but it was just a little too strong for me. I can get really sensitive to some smells, and that one just was a little overpowering for me. And then I received this one in the mail, and it took the place of that. I definitely prefer this one over that. And if you love Sea, check out this one because I do think this is better, and I don't hear anyone ever talk about the Passion one. You could also get away with this for more seasons like fall. I think this would be a really good one too. So definitely one I recommend checking out, especially if you've tried the original Sea. You must smell this one. The next scent we have here is Jimmy Choo Blossom. And this one I would consider a spring or summer scent. The funny thing is about this is that Blossom, I think it would be more floral than it is. It does have some rose in it, but this is definitely more of a sweet fruity just due to the berries in it. So don't let Blossom fool you if you don't like florals. I definitely consider this a sweet fruity scent just due to the berries. Next we have Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Rosa Excelsa, and this one was perfect for Valentine's Day. So that just passed, though I'd consider this more of a spring scent, but for Valentine's Day, this is my go-to. I just think it is so romantic, and it has that rose to it, which you guys know I like, but it's not overpowering. Even though this is a rose-based scent, I don't think it's too overpowering. So if you're looking for a nice light floral rose, definitely check this one out. And it has a little bit of musk to it, which I think makes it super sexy. So that's why I reach for this a lot and think it's just a perfect Valentine's Day scent. Even though that has passed, just had to give that a little mention in this because that's what I wear it for. This next fragrance is probably one of the most long wearing on my skin. Also one of the more expensive ones. This is the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. I know a lot of people love this scent. I just have a little small one of this because I do find it quite powerful. And this one, if I spray too much, I can get a headache from. I can smell spring in it, but it also screams fall to me. It is such a beautiful, mature, but not too mature scent. Super long wearing, definitely worth the money because you're not going to have to reapply this. I find it very potent and one of my favorites. This next fragrance fairly recently came out. It is the Givenchy Live Irresistible Rosy Crush. And they have the regular version. This is the Rosy Crush. Can you guess? Rose? a little pattern here for spring. But this one, even if you don't like rose, I would say you would really like this one because I don't smell rose too much lightly, but this is definitely more of a sweeter rose. This is rose and goji berries top notes. You can definitely tell the berry mixed with the rose just makes it such a sweet rose, which is so pretty. And it has pink pepper in it, which is one of my favorite little added notes to things. If I had to pick one brand for fragrance that I absolutely love and would only stick with for the rest of my life, it would be Givenchy. They make my favorite fragrances. So this one I've been using almost every single day since it's come out. It's been a favorite of mine. Moving on to Versace Eros Pour Femme. This one is a citrus white floral, so a little bit different than my typical floral scents. It has a little bit of citrus. The top notes are lemon in this, and you can definitely smell that for this. If you want a clean, fresh floral, I would definitely recommend this one from Versace. This next scent is Chloe Nomad, and it's definitely different from my typical fragrances that you will see. Rose, I think, is the last note that is in this, so you don't smell it too much, but this is a more woody scent, and I remember initially describing this as what I feel like Coachella would smell like if I were to bottle that up in a fragrance. That's kind of what I feel like for this one. If you've smelt this before, please let me know how you like it, but it's one of those ones I recommend you go smell. This one's a little bit harder for me to describe just because it is so different from my usual scents, but I love it. Love. Givenchy Dahlia Divine Eau de Toilette. This one is a beauty. It is a fruity scent, so if you like something a little bit lighter and fruity, you'll definitely like this one for spring. Givenchy makes the best, as I said, so highly recommend this one. This next one I actually purchased because it has my daughter's name on it. It is Ariana, and this is the Ariana Grande scent. So I liked it because of the bottle, and I thought it would be cute in her room, so that's why initially I purchased it until I actually fell in love with the Ariana Grande fragrances. They're one of the only celebrity fragrances I gravitate towards. I think they're really beautiful and quite universal. Spring, fall, winter, summer, daytime scent, you name it, you could wear it anytime. I feel like it's a very universal fragrance for all seasons. So that one is super special about this. And I have another fragrance I feel that way about as well, which I'm going to show you next, which is the Givenchy Haute Couture. And this is the Eau de Toilette, which I typically prefer the Eau de Perfume, but this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is my most repurchased fragrance, and this one is probably the most unique fragrance, and if you've smelt this, you know. This is just one of those things that I feel like if you know this fragrance, you know what it's all about. It's one of those ones that if you want something different, you gotta check this out. Though the people who do know what this is like, I can smell it on them. I was in the grocery store just a couple days ago, and I'm like, you're wearing Givenchy Haute Couture. I know it. She was, because I can tell this from a mile away. It lasts really well. It has the most beautiful, unique scent, and highly recommend checking this out. It's good for spring, summer, fall, day, night, winter, you name it. It's good year round for me. This is a universal one to me. Must check out. Next fragrance is the Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Noir, and this was gifted to me from my husband a while ago, and I feel like a ton of fragrances smell like this now. Ariana Grande smells like this, some Kim Kardashian ones smell like this. It's just a very safe scent, I want to say. So if you want something safe, then I would recommend this one. I think it is good universally. This one too is quite nice, though I would probably reach for this one more for spring, summer, because I do find it, or fall, it wouldn't be a winter scent for me is what I'm trying to say, because this is more of a fruity white floral. You can smell the wild berries, caramel, and it just has those kind of layers to it that make a really good fragrance. Okay, we're on the floor right now. I know this is unconventional, but I'm going to go through these ones quickly because I actually just did a video on all these. These are the entire line of the KKW hearts, and I'm going to show them on the screen, their notes, but I'm not going to talk in full length about them because I have made a whole video on them describing the scents of them, but I would consider them all pretty much spring scents They're launched on Valentine's Day. They're launched just in time for spring. So if you like a spring daytime scent, these are actually quite good. Moving on to summer scents, I'm going to start off with my favorite scent currently of all time. If I were to pick one for the rest of my life, this happens to be my favorite scent. And this is the Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamom. I've not met anyone who does not like this scent. Everyone I spray it for loves this. And I have the candle, I have the hand soap. This, if I could have everything smell like this, I would do that. It smells so, so good. I feel like this smells like Caesar's Palace to me by the pool. It's such an odd thing to say, but it just reminds me of vacation, and I just really, really like that. It doesn't have any kind of coconutty or anything like that to it. It just has the perfect mix of sweet and spicy. This is my sweet spicy scent. So if you like something different like that, I feel like this is really great for mixing too. Unfortunately, this one doesn't last as long as some others, but this one, if I were to just go off scent alone, favorite ever. Next summer scent for me would be Versace Bright Crystal. This was a go-to for me probably like, I want to say 10 years ago, and I still love this. This reminds me of when I first started dating. It's like a perfect date scent to me. This is just really fresh and floral, so if you like a more fresh floral, then I would definitely recommend Versace Bright Crystal. And as I said, the Chanel Eau Tendre kind of reminds me of this as well, if you like those more fresh floral type scents. So this would be more of my summer one, though I still would use this in spring, but for a fresh floral, this is my summer go-to. Next fragrance is Gucci Eau de Parfum 2. And this one I'm really drawn towards because it has a black currant in it, which is one of my favorite notes in a fragrance. I think it makes it smell so good. This one is more of a fruity, straight fruity scent. So I think it's perfect for summer. If you have a summer wedding, this would be another beautiful, I feel safe wedding scent. If you want something more fruity, I'd recommend this. Next we have Jo Malone Orange Blossom Cologne. And you guessed it, this is a citrus scent, and I don't have too many plain citrus scents. This one's also really great for mixing. That's what I love about the Jo Malone ones. This one, I don't wear as much as I should on its own. Like, that's what it is about most, not all, of the Jo Malones for me. I do prefer to mix them because they are so simple. Except for Mimosa and Cardamom, that just is the best. But this one is another great summertime scent if you like something more citrus. Now you're wondering why I have a bottle of Windex. This is in fact a fragrance, and this is from Moschino. It's their Fresh Couture Eau de Toilette. This one is a citrus floral, so if you like more of that citrusy. It's quite fresh to me as well, the name fresh. I like this for day, and I don't reach for this one so much, the scent of it, because it is a more fresh floral. I like something more musky personally. I don't reach for this that much, but if you do prefer more fresh versus musk, then you probably would like this very much. I think the bottle is super cool. This next one is bordering sickeningly sweet. So if you like something super, super sweet, this is the MAC Candy Yum Yum. I think the name speaks for itself. It smells like candy. It smells delicious. So when I want something super sweet, which isn't too often, but sometimes, you know, I want something really sweet, I will grab this guy. The last two summer fragrances I have are from Escada, and if you don't know Escada, they're basically summer fragrances, I find. They're very summery, fruity, fresh, lightly floral sometimes, but mostly fruity sweet, and really great for summer. The first one we have is Ocean Lounge, which I haven't used as much of, but perfect for summer. And then the one that I use so much, repurchased, and this is the Escada Cherry in the Air. This smells so sweet and beautiful. If you like cherry, definitely check out this one. Those were all my spring summer scents, and I feel like those are really great daytime scents, but you can interchange them. I feel for me, it's pretty much two kinds of seasons for me, or day or night. That's pretty much how I am. I like something light for day and then something a little bit more musky for night or winter. Even though there's 4 seasons, day and night, so technically you could have 8 different types. It's pretty much only 2 for me. So we're gonna move to our deeper scents. So if you like something a little bit more musky and deep, not so fresh, floral, sweet, we're going to move on to those sort of scents. So we're starting off with fall. The first fall scent I have here, and this released in 2018 for fall. This is the new version of the L'Interdit from Givenchy, another top fragrance of mine. The notes in this are quite different from my usual fragrances, but this is a top for me. It smells really sophisticated and deep if you're looking for something not as light. This is another white floral with the tuberose, and I just can't get enough of this. This does smell a little bit sweet to me as well, but not bad. It is floral, but there's something about this that I want to eat. Even though I'm looking at the ingredients and I'm like, maybe it's not so edible. The vanilla, maybe. It's really, really good. Regardless, I've used a ton of this and it only recently came out. I was using this every single day in the fall. The next fragrance I think is perfect for fall or winter really, but I have this in my fall category. It's the Guerlain Mon Guerlain, and this one was recommended by you guys, and it is a vanilla scent. So this one is just super yummy and soft and sweet vanilla. Oh, it smells edible too. This one is so, so good. I don't have too many just straight vanilla-y scents. You can really smell the Tahitian vanilla, some licorice and patchouli in there, but this is mostly vanilla. When I smell this, I just smell the vanilla right away. So this is a very, very strong vanilla one, which I really like. I think there is a time and place for vanilla. When I want to feel nice and cozy, that's when I like to wear vanilla. A great one. Very good. I don't have too many sweet fall scents, but this is more of a fall daytime that is sweet, and it's the Viktor and Ralph Bonbon. This has a caramel sweetness to it, and if you haven't smelled this and you like sweeter scents, definitely go give it a smell. The Viktor and Ralph ones, hands down, have the best lasting power. They're incredible. Worth every penny to me. Next we have Sweet Like Candy from Ariana Grande. I really got into her scents after the first one, so I started purchasing them when they released. This one is more fall sweet, is a little bit heavier of a sweetness for me. This one is bordering almost too sweet for me. I do much prefer the original over this one, but definitely if you like sweet scents, check out the Ariana Grande ones because they are on the sweeter side. The next one is a fall nighttime scent for me. It is a more spicy sweet scent, I would say. I almost ate it. Did you see that? I can really smell spice to it because one of the top notes is pink pepper, which is one of my favorite things in a fragrance. Anything that has a little bit of that spiciness to it just wins me over every time. So this one is my nighttime fall scent go-to. Incredible. For another fall daytime scent, this one is more sweet, but a white floral. I'd classify this one more floral than sweet, but it definitely has a little bit of sweetness to it. Smells really yummy. It is the Lancôme La Vie est Belle L'Éclat, so it's not the original one, it's the other one. I wore this a ton when it first came out. It's another really great one that I wore all the time in the fall for daytime. Another fall nighttime scent, and this is my last fall scent, is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. How cute is this bottle? I can never get over how cute it is. Little stiletto, well, not a little, very large stiletto. This one smells like a strong woman. Definitely not a good girl as it suggests. I feel like this would be like a bad boss bitch. I just think of a powerful woman when I smell this. So, good girl, bad girl, I don't know. You be the judge. But this one's definitely my boss scent. It smells so incredible. I can really smell that tonka bean in it. So, so good. Moving on to winter. This one is not any other season but winter to me. And I know this is people's everyday fragrance. And it is the Viktor and Ralph Flower Bomb. This is quite a popular fragrance. I smell very strongly patchouli in this, which I don't like when it's so strong like this. And this lasts on me all night. If I slept in this, I could smell it in the morning. Like, this is very, very strong lasting. This is the most long lasting fragrance of anything I have. And that's why I feel like a lot of people really like it, because it is quite a good bang for your buck. You're really getting your money's worth out of this, even though Viktor and Ralph is quite pricey. I just feel like they're incredibly made, very long-lasting fragrances. And I can tell when people are wearing this one as well. That's probably why I don't reach for that one as much, but it is more strong on the patchouli for me. But I know why people really like that. It's just not one that I reach for personally anymore. And then I have the Spice Bomb by Victor and Ralph, and you're probably thinking this is a male fragrance or cologne, and I believe this to be unisex. I actually often borrow some of my husband's, steal, whatever, take some of my husband's fragrances, and this one I did purchase for myself, though I find it smells different depending on who this is on. And this is a spicy fragrance, which I really like, and this one I would wear nighttime in the winter when I want to feel really, really good. I just love a cologne on me. So I know some people don't like that. Maybe you're afraid to try that, but I think colognes smell really, really good. Probably more so than female perfumes. There's just a ton that I think will smell good on me when I want to rock a cologne. Sometimes I do. So that's one of the ones that I really like to wear. Next we have Valentina Poudre. And this one is straight up powder to me, which you will notice this is my only powder fragrance in my collection, minus one that I feel like is a little bit powdery that is coming up still. But I don't typically lean towards powder scents. This one was recommended to me to try. This one still I haven't got into too much because I just smell the powdery notes in it, which I'm not personally a fan of too often, but I did want to keep one in my collection for mixing when I want a little bit of that powderiness with whatever I'm wearing. It's a good little mixer for me, so that's why I have that one. And then we have Lady Million. This is winter, fall, day or night. I need to smell this one because I don't wear this one too often either. So this is a white floral. It has some honey to it. It has the floral notes to it, but it's definitely not the first thing I smell, though I would classify this as a white floral. And this one is definitely more winter to me. I don't reach for this one too often as well. You can see I'm mostly spring, daytime, moving to summer, and then I kind of have a few nighttime in my fall winter category, but these two I don't reach for that often. I still have them in my collection just because they're different from my usual. That takes up my entire collection. The last four fragrances are my most used wintertime fragrances, and starting off with Black Opium. This is Yves Saint Laurent. And this one smells vanilla to me. This one was, I think, a limited edition for the holidays bottle, but it just reminds me of nighttime, so I definitely like this one more for night. So licorice is kind of down there on the list, but I smell it pretty much right away when I spray this one, and I'm not a fan of licorice. But it's in there, and mixed with the other notes, it actually makes it quite a stunning, yummy fragrance. So this one is quite edible, again, to me, even though initially I do smell the licorice, but that's just because I don't like that scent. But when it's mixed with the other notes in this one, it's really nice. And I know this one's quite a popular scent, and I feel like Yves Saint Laurent makes some really amazing scents. And then next we have MAC Creme de Nude, and this one just reminds me of cozying up next to a fire, and it just smells like a creamy, caramelly, sweet, just delicious, warm in a blanket scent. So if you want something that smells like a nice, cozy day by a fireplace in the winter, I'd recommend this one to you. Last two fragrances, but certainly not least, these are some of my favorite. We have YSL Manifesto, which happens to be the more powdery scent that I was talking about, the Valentino, but this one is quite wearable for me, and I really like this one. This one smells super sophisticated and nice, and I definitely reached for this more, but probably for a daytime winter scent would be Manifesto. And if you have the opportunity to get the Elixir one, I actually like that one much more than this one. It was an accident picking up this one. I do like the Elixir more. And this one is super, super unique. And I feel like those who know this fragrance as well, they know. This is the Mugler Alien fragrance. And this one just smells incredible. I would wear this year round personally, but I did classify this as a daytime winter scent. This is so unique, this fragrance. It smells so good. This is one of those ones I just highly recommend. If you're a perfume addict like me and you do not have Alien, you need this one in your collection. It's such an incredible, unique scent, and I don't think there's anything like this on the market. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. This took forever to film. I can only imagine how long it's going to be in editing to edit. I hope you guys found this at least a small bit useful, as I didn't want to just show you what I had. I wanted to break it down seasonally, day, night, and also show you the notes on the screen just in case you like certain notes in your fragrances. Everything I talked about will be linked for purchase in the description box below, so you can easily find the fragrances. It will be in the order that I discussed. Timestamps will be pinned in the comment section, so you can just flip if you're coming back here and want to check out a different season. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what your favorite fragrances are in the comments below, what you think I might like. I would love to check them out next, and I'll see you guys in my next video.